Hello Capricorn, welcome to Aries Moon Arcana. I'm Kaya, and this is going to be a general tarot reading for July 2020 for your sign. How fun! So really quick, just before we get into it, if you're returning to my channel, you'll notice that my schedule hasn't been adhered to because it's insane. And so the last week I've just been working on changing my schedule. I revamped the whole thing. My new schedule is now in the description box below. I'm just gonna be doing weekly videos, and I'm gonna not try to convolute it so much because it was very frustrating. So I'm happy to be here with a new normal schedule now. So anyway, let's get right into it. I pulled an oracle card for your messages, and I came up with the Queen of Cups. So what I like about this card is that this lady is super focused on the cup. She's like got a laser beam focus on that cup, right? So her cup is her emotional stability. So you are going to be really, really focused on emotional stability, whether that means you have to maintain it because you're going through something really shitty or intense, whether it means you have to learn how to do it because it's something that is required of you right now for some sort of reason, or it's just something that you are passionate about working on. Either way, I'm seeing a lot of emphasis on emotional stability, a lot of focus on that. Capricorn, when you focus on something, when something's important to you, you're scary. Like, it's super focused, like a serial killer. So clearly you can make serious things happen if you focus on them super intensely. I'm seeing a focus on emotional stability. So, you know, because of that, I see success. But let's just get into the cards and see what they have to say. I also changed around my little stage area just because, you know, plants are fun. And there can never be too many, as far as I'm concerned. All right, let's cleanse the cards out. Start from scratch. Get all the energy out there. We just want to focus on Capricorn. Oh yeah. Give them the same focus they're given to themselves. Let's do this. All right, Cap. What up? What up? What's going on with y'all? Queen of Cups. So there's a focus on emotional stability, whether that means a need for it or whether that just means a passion for doing it. You know, whatever it is, there's just going to be an emphasis on that emotional stability and really like working on how to maintain grounding and how to maintain, oh, hi. Okay, well, that feels correct to me. Ace of Cups. Those of you that are returning, you might know I don't like to read jumpers unless they really, really speak out loud to me. And usually it has to do with if I'm thinking about the card while it falls out. And in this case it did. Because whenever I'm talking about emotional stability, I'm always thinking about the Ace of Cups because I know how to read tarot cards. So, that's our first card. Fantastico. That's always what you like to see. Let's see what else we get. Six of Swords reversed, Hanged Man reversed, Ace of Swords reversed. One more. And the Queen of Cups, but she's reversed. All right, guys, so I'd say you are being called to work on your emotions because there's something going on in July. You already know what it is, though. This isn't like a brand new, oh no, something happened, so you don't have to worry about something surprising you. I feel like whatever it is, you already kind of know. It's already kind of happening. You already know that this is your goal. This is your goal. Your goals are to maintain emotional stability throughout what happens. Because it might poses as a bit of a challenge for you this month. I'm sorry, Capricorns. I feel like you guys have just been getting fucking beaten over the head every month, but I just read the damn cards, right? So let's see. I want to know more about what this stuff is what's going on here because there's some sort of like there's like an energy here of moving on or wanting to move on but not being able to, or like you don't want moving on to happen. almost, because the Six of Swords here is reversed. So the like the moving on part is really stuck. But then the Hanged Man is also reversed, which shows me like the end of the suffering or the sacrifice or the stagnancy coming to an end. So maybe there's some sort of end, but nothing's moving on quite yet. Whatever that means to you. I can't tell you. We're gonna get into it. But that's just what those two cards are telling me. This looks like the crux of the situation sort of here. And then we come into the kind of like effects of it over here, I think is what's going on. So let's just do it. Three of Pentacles reversed, the Magician, Two of Swords reversed. A fucking Two of Swords reversed will not get off my jock. He's like always fucking showing up. Ace of Wands, Three of Wands reversed, and Justice. Okay. I see some legal stuff, possibly, if there's a lawyer involved. I'm seeing that. Some sort of structure within the home is being brought to issue. Something like you brought it upon yourself. I don't know why. I think that that's a thought that you might have for some reason. This is why you need to maintain your emotional stability and maintain a focus on like staying really, really solid with yourself and not going off the fucking rails, because whatever's going on, you're gonna think to yourself, I brought this upon myself. So you're gonna wanna blame yourself a lot. That's not usually very helpful unless it is very accurate and something that's going to be used for good, for like maturing or changing a situation from worse to better. So wallowing in self-pity isn't gonna help, which is why you need to be really emotionally stable here, because if you're not emotionally stable, then you're gonna think like a baby, and thinking like a baby ain't gonna do shit for anybody. But yeah, I just see some cracks in the pavement here. I see some difficulties in whatever collaboration. I mean, the Three of Pentacles reversed, it's kind of like home base, or like the home structure, right? Or it could be work structures. It could be in a band, I like to say nowadays. If you're in a band, you might be having trouble with the people there. And there's just this element of like you're at a stalemate, I guess, I'm thinking, and nobody wants to be in a stalemate anymore. Or perhaps because of this action here, that stalemate is coming to an end in July. And you brought it upon yourself is what I'm hearing and feeling for you. Same goes for cross watchers, right? If that energy resonates with you, then you brought it upon yourself. The Capricorn wants to take off or something like that. Because there's like something is breaking down, and there was a stalemate, and you're like, I brought this upon myself, and the stalemate is coming to an end, and something's changing. Something's changing. And I don't know if it's your favorite thing in the world, because you're kind of being forced out of, I don't know, there's like a lot of like, Hanged Man reversed always makes me feel like you are resigned, right? You're like resigned to something. You don't love it, you don't hate it, you don't give a shit. You're like, whatever. Being ripped out of that is kind of what the reversal is about to me. You're being ripped out of that stagnant energy. Something's changing. Something new is afoot. There's a new thing. That stalemate is coming to an end because something has to change now. And I think it's very new, so there's nothing in place, like no plans in place. Nobody knows what they're doing yet. I do, like I said, I see some legal stuff here. This could involve lawyers. This could involve a divorce. This could involve a custody battle. Who knows, there's just the stalemate's coming to an end. Some new ideas are coming to light, and they're very new, so nobody knows how to deal with it yet, but it's being dealt with. Justice. Or it's like something's being done. Something's being corrected here. The right things are being done, so you don't have to worry about that. And it's going to be a little bit of you're gonna have a time if this is the case for you. But like I said, You guys already know what I'm talking about if this is for you. This is not like a surprise. You have a whole bunch of shitty things happening to you in July. That's not what this is about at all. So if you're not the Capricorn who's like, I know exactly what you're talking about, then I don't want you to worry. You can keep watching if you want though. Because then you're gonna have the after effects are gonna really cloud you and you're you know what I mean? I see some pettiness possible. Some real like shitty fucking passive aggressive behavior, some toxic behavior, because the judgment is being clouded. I'm just seeing some harsh words if you are not focusing on your Ace of Cups and your Queen of Cups energy, because Queen of Cups reversed, when she's in that position, she can be a real bitch. You know what I'm saying? She is not, she ain't nice. And that Ace of Swords is like, just cloudy for days, having a really hard time having the mental clarity to like know what to do, make a decision, know how to treat people even, you know? If you're really cloudy, sometimes you're just like, you're like a wounded animal in the woods. You don't, you know, you're not even thinking about other people's feelings and stuff like that. But if you can maintain your emotional cool, you got this. So 2 of Wands reversed, 5 of Pentacles reversed, Page of Wands. I think you're working on this plan, right? Like I said, it's at the beginning stages. So the stalemate's coming to an end, and it needs to be like, all the details need to be figured out. So I think that's gonna help you work through it, whatever it is, because you're gonna be getting to a point where you're kind of ready. You're like ready for this new, because I think you're just so sick of being in the stalemate and so sick of just sitting still in that like hanged man energy. You're so ready to be that reversed hanged man. You're so ready to move on to the next thing that you're like, it's really healing for you to have something to plan for, I think is what's going on. So once you know what's going on and you know that all you have to do is kind of like put steps in front, like, you know, one foot in front of the other and put steps in place and just follow them, you're going to feel a lot better and you're going to be kind of more ready for the new, the thing that's changing. Yeah, there's a lot of healing energy. 5 of Cups reversed, Queen of Swords, and then the Moon reversed. So some, you know, like I said, your clarity can be really, it can really come through if you keep your emotions on point. If you don't use your emotions for evil, this can go well. And it won't be too confusing, and it will be healing because you've been in a fucking fucked up stalemate. It's not, you know what I mean? It hasn't been fun for you to go through whatever this situation is. Something's breaking down. You've been sitting on it for a while. It's finally, like, things are finally happening now. Changes are being made, and even that right then and there is helpful for you. Yeah, you gotta have some mastery over your mind and your intellect and those like kind of cutting cold words you might want to say, Capricorn. What a surprise. You're gonna really want to hold on to those words. You're really gonna not want to be an unnecessary dick, because that's gonna, you know, you don't want the confusion. You really don't want the hassle of what that does. So yeah, I think that really maintaining your emotional stability is not only going to help you get through this time, but actually it turns out be very healing in terms of this situation that you're in, because some healing is required for whatever it is that's going on. And I see you getting a head start on that if you're in this really good place with your emotions. So that's what I want you to work on. I want you to focus on your emotional energy and your emotional stability. And really like being honest with yourself, letting yourself, and by emotional stability, I in no way mean not crying and not getting upset, Capricorn. It's not what I mean. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I've had lots of emotional everythings in my life. I mean emotional like integrity and stability, where you appreciate, recognize, and respect your emotions. And you let yourself cry, you let yourself feel whatever you're feeling, you acknowledge that that's the case, and then you just move on with your life, and then feel whatever you're feeling, recognize it, acknowledge it, let it happen. That's what emotional stability is, because then you're not bottling anything up, nothing's being bottled up, and you're not explosive fucking diarrhea wording all over everybody. So it's not about, emotional stability is not about not having emotions. That doesn't make any sense. That would be a whole different story. So I'm talking about actually really recognizing how you're feeling and honoring it and being very honest about it and in that way feeling stable and strong and not feeling, you know, if you're honest about your feelings, there's a lot less opportunity for toxicity because you're just like, this is how I feel. I'm okay with it. If you're not okay with it, there's nothing I can do to help you, right? Like that's a healthy outlook. So, you know, you're just like, this is how I feel. This is what's going on. This is what's up. And you can only hope that the other person that you're dealing with or the other people that are dealing with you within the context of that are going to, you know, come at you with the same sort of emotional stability and honesty. So that's what you can hope for, right? So let's see, what can we clarify this with? You get the Eight of Cups reversed, Ace of Cups reversed, and then the Seven of Wands reversed. So yeah, this could really, it could really, you gotta be strong. You gotta hold strong with this. You gotta really be like, you gotta keep yourself from emotional breakdown. I think there's gonna be some times of that. You gotta really stay strong because this dude is like protecting against these two cards, which is like stubbornness about the new thing that's going on, that Ace of Wands energy and your Page of Wands energy. There's like a possibility to be like overly stubborn and not want anything to change and be like kind of a dick about it, and the possibility of just being manipulative and toxic and like emotionally just like a fucking, I don't know, like just not, and really depleting your own resources and feeling a lot worse for it. Like all these cups are upside down, they're empty. Those cups are empty. There's no happy emotions in there. So you're protecting against that with this Seven of Wands. That's what I'm seeing. He's like standing in front of them. Like, no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna stay super solid. So yeah, you're gonna want to heed that. You're gonna want to be very careful. Stand guard. Be strong. Be strong. You know? Guard against any toxic behavior or any stubbornness or any just like shittiness. Just be open and be loving and be accepting and be a good person, and it will get you through. It really will. And it'll, like I said, it'll also be healing too at the same time. It's not only just gonna be like get you by, it's gonna also be healing if you can maintain that level of emotional maturity, really, and you know, and really being like above board, emotionally above board, and not using any tactics or anything shitty, and just being a good, calm, loving person. You know, I'm obsessed with the show Community. I have been ever since I was like 19. There's one line where she says, Shirley says, kind people are always kind, Britta, not only when it's easy. And that's like what I'm seeing, is like, it's not gonna be easy for you to stay kind, but it's gonna be important for you to stay kind. So, stay kind. So let's see, any extra messages that we missed or some completion cards? Five of Wands reversed, Strength reversed, one more, Seven of Swords. I mean, you're gonna be going through it, my friends. I do see some stuff going on that's gonna suck for you. I'm sorry. I really don't like saying that. I almost want to take it back, but like, the Five of Wands reversed and the Strength card reversed, like I just see you kind of being like down, your defenses are down and you're trying really hard, you know, to stay above board emotionally and treating people with respect. Kind people are always kind. I see you trying really hard, and I just see there's being some deceit. I don't like that. Like, is just maybe look out for people taking advantage of how kind you're being, because that's not good. That's really fucked up. I just feel like that's a possibility. I don't want to land on this being the major feeling though, because the Seven of Swords is not the major feeling. It's just that that's another little aside. But like I think you're gonna go through it. It's gonna be like the hero's journey. You're gonna like enter into a cave and be like, oh my God, like, where am I? This is brand new and it's terrifying and you don't know what's going on, and it's like completely a different like environment and it's kind of scaring you. And you're gonna feel like all of your, you know, you don't have any of your weapons with you, you don't have any of your cash with you, you don't have any of your resources, and you're gonna be feeling like, what do I do? And you're gonna stay fucking strong through that whole time, and you're gonna come out better for it. That's what I'm seeing. You're just gonna be like emerging like from this really intense like I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it other than what I just described it as. You're gonna go through something really intense, and you're gonna be like better for it. Again, that is only for the people who know what I'm talking about. That is not for the people who are like, but I'm just a Capricorn and everything's fine. What, something horrible's gonna happen to me? No. The people that already know what I'm talking about, and they may have already even been preparing themselves for it. You know who you are. And yeah, I just feel like, be cool, be kind, be cool. You know what I mean? You're gonna be going through it. So there's just gonna be some intensity. Even if things aren't even really changing in your environment, internally you're gonna be making just lots of changes are coming up. There's something taking a turn for you guys, and it's a good thing, because you know what stalemate I'm talking about, and you know that coming to an end is better than anything. You're like, I'll take it. If it's hard, if it sucks, I'll take it, because this has been really fucked up and shitty and boring, or whatever your reasoning is. But yeah, so that's basically that. So sorry that's not great news, Capricorn. I know, every time. I really am hoping next time, maybe next week, we'll have a good one. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. If you watched all the way through, I'm sure it resonated with you, in which case, good luck to you. I am here for you if you need me. I do personal readings, if that helps, at my Etsy store, in the description box below. My new schedule is also there, as I mentioned earlier. And like, subscribe, share, and comment if you're into it, because that always helps me. And I love you guys, and that's basically that. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.